بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome back people to another video with Quick Fix Qur'an, and today we will be looking at Surah Al-Falaq and all the common mistakes people are making when reading the surah. So let's get this video started. So this surah starts off exactly the same way that Surah An-Nas starts off with. So the mistake that I discussed in the previous video when I spoke about Surah An-Nas, right towards the beginning, قُلْ أَعُوذُ, I want you to refer back to that same surah and you will apply that here, because this surah also starts off with قُلْ أَعُوذُ. At the end of each ayah, you will need to bounce your sound a little bit. Okay, so at the end of each ayah, the last letter, it wants you to bounce the sound a little bit. I'll give you an example on the first two ayahs. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ. So like that, you've heard that I bounced on these last final letters on at the end of these two ayahs. You will do the exact same for the rest of the ayahs. Right, so the word shari comes several times in this surah. The common mistake I hear people is they are reading the ra a little too strong. So as you should be reading as shari. I've heard people read as shari. So we must ensure that we are reading the ra shari. Okay, every time this word comes, shari. On ayah number 4, there is a word an-nafathat. I want you to make note of this, that the noon and the fa both have a shutdown there. However, the noon, we spoke about this previously, that when the noon has a shadda, we must ensure that we are making a strong nasal sound. Sharrin, okay? Whereas the fa, we will avoid that, okay? However, we will press down on the fa a little bit, okay? Sharrin, nafa. Okay, the mistake commonly heard here is that people are reading the hunna, but then they ignore the shadda on the fa. So they read it as sharrin nafathati, nafathati. So we must make sure that we push down a little bit on the fa and read it as sharrin nafathati, sharrin nafathati. And the final mistake is at the end of ayah number 4, where people are reading the letter ayn as a letter hamza in the word uqad. We must ensure we are reading the letter ayn, not the letter hamza here. And also we must make sure we're reading the letter qaf correctly, and then making sure we are doing qalqala on the dal towards the end of this word, and it should sound uqad. Well, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.